Real quick before you watch this video, if you're not getting notified when I upload videos, it's probably because you haven't clicked the bell symbol next to the subscribe button down there. Also, if you haven't received an email from me with discount codes and secret giveaways, it's also probably because you haven't clicked this link and signed up for my email list. You might want to do that now. Enjoy the video. I hate holsters. I can barely stand to have my phone in my pocket, much less a gun literally inside my pants. So when it comes to a holster that adds even more bulk to the tactical party that's already going on in my pants, I'm even more annoyed. As a result, I always look for the most minimal style holster I could possibly find. I know there are things out there like the clip draw, which are exceedingly minimal, but it doesn't cover the trigger guard. And I'm not trying to Plaxico my Burris, if you know what I mean.
I think I just shot myself.
All that being said, my holster for people who hate holsters is the Vanguard 2 from Raven Concealment. Admittedly, it looks more like a condom for the trigger guard than it does a holster for a gun. But trust me, it does what it does phenomenally well. It's a piece of injection molded plastic with a J-hook and what looks like a random plastic outgrowth. But make no mistake, this little plastic genital wart is everything. The Vanguard takes up as little space as possible while doing its job, which is to hold your gun up and prevent you from Plaxicoing your Burris. It's the holster version of the awesome Uber driver who picks you up and says absolutely nothing to you the whole way, but gets you to your destination safely. The only bulk this thing adds is the J-hook. Other than that, nothing on this Vanguard makes the gun any thicker. Now to my favorite feature of the Vanguard, the plastic genital wart, or what Raven Concealment calls the RCS Claw. What this little awesome thing does is force the gun to sit closer to your body, making the gun print less. At one point I thought, yeah, it's not that big of a deal to have a claw. So I bought a Vanguard for another gun without this claw. And I was blown away by how much more the gun printed without it. I'll never use this holster without the claw again. It works so well that without the claw, I kinda low-key hate this holster. Another thing I like about the Vanguard is the fact that I can load my gun while the holster is still on it. It's not a huge benefit, but I like the idea that I can chamber around while the holster is still on. Let's also not forget that I can do my high-speed, low-drag super operator press check while the holster is still on as well. I also love the fact that I can wear the Vanguard with sweats. I wear my Vanguard with sweats all the time. The J-hook does a great job snagging the waistband of the sweats, making sure the holster doesn't come along for the ride. Now, keep this in mind. All sweatpants waistbands are not created equal. Some sweats don't work as well with the Vanguard, so make sure you do a couple of dry draws with each pair of sweats you decide to wear with it. I use the Vanguard primarily for Appendix Carry. I Appendix Carry 90% of the time now. However, I went years where I carried at 3 o'clock with the Vanguard. The Vanguard works equally well at any of these positions, but it shines in the area of Appendix Carry. Now, as for comfort, this holster is as comfortable as the gun you decide to carry. This holster is exceptionally comfortable for me because there is no bulk, but I know some people love to have padding. I prefer minimalism over full comfort, but I also tend to like a more firm mattress than a soft cloud-like mattress, if that tells you anything. The Vanguard starts at $44, which is cheaper than most holsters, but not the cheapest in the world. But I'm not paying for how much plastic a holster has. I'd rather pay extra for a holster with as small a footprint as possible that does the job of a holster well. Well, at least for me anyway. Now here's the rub. Raven Concealment only really makes the Vanguard for Glocks, Smith & Wesson M&Ps, and the Shield. Good thing is the Vanguard that fits on my 26 fits on pretty much every model Glock except the 43 and 42. But they do make a Vanguard for the 43. The same story applies for the M&P and the Shield. One of the things I can't stand about this holster is that the screws that hold the J-hook to the holster do come loose over time. So you might want to check them periodically or end up losing one of your screws outright, as I have on mine. The holster still works fine, but you probably still want to have that second screw in there. I have holsters for days, but like I always say, I don't fit my life around the gun. I try to make the gun fit around my life, and that's what the Vanguard 2 allows me to do. It's by far my favorite non-holster. Yo, real quick before you go, just want to let you know that for the remainder of 2019, I'm going to be giving away a bunch of awesome products, and I'm going to be doing this every single month. So if you want to learn more about how to sign up so you can potentially win some awesome products, hit the link in the description section and learn. All right, folks, holla.